Good evening all. How are you today? Today is Monday, and I am here again with a new topic. So, if you are looking at my life, let me know where are you watching from. I'm which country and which platform because I am now live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube in the same time. So this week, I was thinking in the weekend which kind of topic I would like to discuss with you today, and this topic is related especially for the people who is working. I think people after 18, everybody is working. So I wanted to discuss the three type of work which we know and which type. Can be good for you, and what are the positive side of it, the negative side of it, and what kind of work you should choose. Why I decide that? Because myself, I go through these three types of work. And the first type of work, all of us know about it, and it's called the job. We have job, number one. Number two is entrepreneurship, when you work on yourself. And number three, if you are a business owner. So there are three type. And the number four, of course, it's our investors. So we know that we have four type, but these three type are the most important nowadays to understand what is this difference. And in the end, I will tell you why I choose what I choose and how I start from the job. Then I go to the second one and the third one is the same time. So first of all, if you, I was reading about from where the concept of job comes, because it was like not as before. Like usually people in the past they have their own business, but what's happening that after the worldwide world war worldwide war, the second worldwide war, they're starting to have these factories and they need people to work at it. So there are a booming of jobs after World War II. And this was like telling people that they will have a stable income and they not need to work in the weekend. So there are some of, how to say, positive side about it, that people start to looking at a job that is more secure than the business, and they have also their weekend for free. They can do whatever they want. In the beginning, there are 3 days of holidays. It was only 4 days. You can work 4 days and you will get 3 days off. This is how when it started, and the jobs was like secured till 40 years. You was in the same job, and then you go to retirement, and that's it. You are in the same job for a long time. And these things about the jobs actually was until like let's say from 20 years till now it changed too much, and they started to decline that the people are not actually secure in their job. So what people think about job in general, I was writing four things. But if you have any other positive side about job, let me know in the comment. uh, First, stability. If you are going to job, you have a stable income. You know that you are going from Monday to Friday, and you have like your own working hours, so you are stable in the time, as you know that you are starting at 8 till 4 or from 9 to 6 depending. So number one positive side people thinks about the jobs is stability. Number two is the weekend, which started with why people started to have like 2 days off the weekend. Number three is that they are networking with the same like-minded people, because you will meet the same people in your job if you are in the same company for many years. So same people, so you know each other. It is about the networking side, so you are not alone. You are having conversation. You can get friends with people who are in the same job. And number four is specialization. In the beginning, you know that the people, the model was that when you finish your school at the age of 18, you go and you start your job, and you start to find about your specialization. For example, doctors will go and work as a doctor in hospital. Engineers, they get a job to work in a company. So depending on what you study, you get specialization, and this specialization will allow you to long term to have a stable job. So there are four positive sides about getting a job, which many people think about it. Now, what we have the negative side of it, which I myself I figure out these negative things. Actually, even if you have a job, a stable job, you will feel sometimes, especially when we are talking about the money side, you will feel stagnation. And I said to people many times this, that for example, you start your job at a salary, okay, and you are stagnant on this salary for a long time. Maybe you can get up a little bit, but you never be like the same as the business owner, okay. So for some people it's not the issue, but I think there are many people which I talk to them, they feel they are stagnant, so they are on the same level for many years, it's boring and they are stagnant. Second thing is no, they don't have, actually they think that they have free time. Actually they don't have, because if you need to do something with your life between the 9 to 5, actually it's not for you, it is for the work what you have. So 9 to 5 is not free for you as time, and it's not free for space, because you need to go somewhere. Nowadays I know there are jobs allowing you to be at home, but in the same time you need to be sitting on your laptop, and this is like the place and the time there are no freedom. So stagnation is number one. Number two is not having to like the freedom of choice of your time and also of your place. Number three is the limited income. So you are not actually having income. This is your income and that's it. You need to figure out your life with it. The limiting income, maybe this is something which was very, very, how to say, heavy on me, because I hate this fact, because even with time you will get more skills, but you are not paid by your skills. You can like try another company, but even there are limitations, so there are limiting income. Number three in a job. Number four is that people don't feel like the fulfillment. They feel like that they are not appreciating in their job, and there are also like number five also that they are losing everything. And they're losing everything. Why it's happening? Because nowadays the stability about the job is not true, and I know many people, for example, they lost their job and they was jobless for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and they think that they will find the same thing because they have this this specialization. And this is why I said to myself, because I was before working as a nurse, and what I don't love about it is the limitation of about the time and like freedom of time, freedom of place. Because if I want to do something with my life and with my family, I want to be able to. And the reason why I finished with the job is actually personal, because I have my son who get to hospital by accident in the school, and I wasn't there. And it was like my first moment to think about that. I want to have my free time to be able to be there if somebody from my family need me. This is something number one. And number two, it was for me the limitation of the income. This is two things which I start to think about. The number two, which I will tell you about the work. So number one work is job. And number two is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is that you will be working on yourself. And I advise many people who has their job to start working on themselves. And the reason is that nowadays the job things is not actually stable, and there are a lot of issues about it, because if you are reading, at least the artificial intelligence is going to take a lot of job opportunities and a lot of specialization. Even if you are having a lot of university degrees, you can be replaced by artificial intelligence. I am not like here to scare you. For this reason, I said to people, if you want to be in your job, if you love it, if you have passion about your job and you don't want to leave it, you can start number two, the work, which is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is that when you have skills, you can actually monetize your skills and become entrepreneur and work on yourself. And opening a license, that's what I did actually. I opened a license for myself and I start to work on myself like a first step. And for me, it was a little bit jumping and I take a risk because I decide to. I don't say to people to do what I say. Actually, to people do it like me, but I don't. It was a high risk taker because I decided once I decide something, I will do it, and it because I know that I had some skills, so I decided to go to the entrepreneurship. Positive side about entrepreneurship, first of all, is creativity. If you are a person who has skills, who are creative, who has some kind of things you can give a solution for people, and you have talented, creativity, entrepreneurship is for you, and don't be afraid to start it as soon as possible. Number two is ambitions. People who start the entrepreneurship should be ambitious, cannot be like waiting, and you need to have a little bit of fire that you can make it happen. I will tell you on the negative side why. Number three is independence. People who are entrepreneur are independent people. They don't wait for someone to give them like the salary. They don't wait till the end of the month. They should work. They are independent and ambitious because they need to make a living. And I know it's hard, but it's possible. I'm telling you from my personal experience, it's hard, but it's possible. Nothing is impossible. And this is why coming to number four is leadership. People who go in the entrepreneurship, they will learn a lot. This is one of the positive things. You will learn a lot when you become entrepreneur because you will learn from your mistakes, and you can inspire other people to do so. Because if you are not going to take this step and become entrepreneur, you cannot inspire other people who still in the job field. I don't say that everybody should leave their job, because there are jobs we need it, but there are some jobs, especially if the person is not happy, but they said, okay, what I can do, I don't know, I have any choice. You can have any choice. You have as other choice, especially if you have skills, creativity, ambitious, and independency, and of course leadership comes after a while. The negative side about it, which I don't see it negative, but some people see it negative, is the risk taking. Many people don't want to take risk, and I said to people, life is risk. If you feel that the risk is out of risk, like I think that nowadays being in a job long term and think that this company will not shut down is a high risk. Okay, again, if you think that you are secure because you have job today, you never know what's happened tomorrow. And you know what's happened in 2008, 2020, which when COVID hits. And I started to recommend this entrepreneurship thing since 2020. And in the last online business, I help a lot of people to start the entrepreneurship because they lost their job and they are waiting for something coming, and nobody knows when everything will open. So everything can be again. I don't say that the history repeat itself. So you never know what's happened. So be prepared to take the risk. There are less risk to take it with your entrepreneurship, believe me, than to take it and be into your job forever. Because what's happened, I tell you this story. Actually, my best friend, she has 2 years till retirement, and she was laid off from I have balloons, laid off from her job. And she told me that she is looking now for something new, but because of her age, she told me she is like in the 60s, but she look amazing. She is young from inside, but people don't want to give her another job. This is the very risky side. Think about it. If you are in your late 40s and 50s, believe me, this is very risky side to be in the job and not having a side entrepreneurship something. Okay, so negative thing about entrepreneurship is there are a risk. Yes, there are a risk. Number two is financial instability. And financial instability can be solved because, of course, if you have a job, don't let your job go until you start to building your entrepreneurship journey. Okay, I don't say to people, okay, you have a secure job now, so leave it and start with me. No, I said to people, you can become entrepreneur more secure in your entrepreneurship journey than your job, but you need time. You need time to figure out. You need at least 1 year to know about it, so you can have both. Okay, you can have both if you are afraid from financial instability. But there are something about financial instability. Actually, it will push you to do more, not like more hardworking, but to use your brain and become more creative. So the financial instability is something like a push for me myself, that I need to find a creative ways and more creative ways. Okay. Number three is also like stress. The people are stressful. What will come this month, next month? I understand that, but for me, it's like a positive stress, because I rather to have the stress from entrepreneurship or not stress, like to have some kind of like ideas about that maybe this month will not be good or something like this, but I don't have it nowadays. But in the beginning it was uh, rather than to go to a job which I don't like or which make me stressful. Actually, one of the reasons why I also I remember now I finished with my job. It was that I am stressful. I was stressful with the person who I saw him every day. She was a lady and she was super negative, that I actually left the job because of her. I said to myself, I don't need this stress. So believe me, the stress from entrepreneurship is less harmful than the stress that you will meet someone who is negative every day. So number two, workplace is entrepreneurship. And number three is business owner. Business owner is a person who has a business idea, who has something, a service, a product they can provide, which can solve a solution. So they open their business. And the positive side about it, that you own the business, nobody else. So you can hire actually the people to work with you. And you can, number two, you can have flexibility. It's up to you if you come to the work as 9 or at 10. You are the business owner, you are the people working for you. So there are flexibility. Number three, there are profit. Of course, you can build a wealth, you can build a community and around your business. So there are a lot of difference, and it's like step level up after the entrepreneurship. But the entrepreneurship and business owners can be related to each other, and can be I will tell you after this about the solution how I created both of them. The negative side about the business owners is their responsibilities. I know the business owners, even they are on holiday, if they are on holidays, they still think about the business, which is very high responsibility, because you are the responsible one, and you cannot like put your head off if you are on the holiday, even on the weekend. This is also for the entrepreneur. If you love actually what you are doing as an entrepreneur or business owner, you don't feel that you are working. But of course, I encourage every entrepreneur or business owner to take off on the weekend or any day of the week, because this is we have the similar days. Every day for me is the same day, but at least one day to renewal your energy level. So there are negative side about business owner is responsibilities. There are a high risks because you will put more money in it. In the entrepreneurs, you don't need actually for the license a lot of money to start your entrepreneurship journey. Okay, but with the business owner, sometimes if you have a factory, if you have something bigger, you need to invest a lot of money. So there are a high risk. But of course, with high risk, we have a higher also results. So the people in the business owner, you never see actually people who has job who are millionaires or are wealthy. Okay, let's face it like this. Let's be very clear. Entrepreneur, you can. There are one way. I will tell you in the end. And in the business ownership, of course, there are a lot of business owners. They will fail many times until they will become successful. It's happened. The first 5 years is very crucial for any business. So after 5 years, we can say if the business was successful or not. A lot of companies actually fails in the first year. So there are a high risk of it. Of course, with the high risk, there are a higher stress. This is why when I speak to business owners, I feel they need, they are in a stressful situation, and I feel their stress. And this is why I told them that you need to have a meditation. We need to have a little bit to take care of your health, to take care of your relationships. So I know that they are a high level on stress. And number four is isolation. And isolation is for me is important to understand that if you are the business owner, you don't have anyone to talk to, because you are the higher one. So you are the highest, and this is put you in position that you cannot actually speak. If you have also business owner, another one like you can discuss with which is other, but normally business owners are feeling themselves isolated unless they have a community of people, but they are really rare. So isolation is one of the negative side of business owner. From my journey, I started as a job. Then I quit it for the three reasons what I said: high levels of stress because of people who are negative. Number two was the limitation of the money, of income, and number three, it was like I feel that I don't have the freedom of choice of my time and of my where I will be working. This is number three. And I become entrepreneur. I was working for a salon as a cosmetic salon, and also I was teaching languages. So I opened my license. It was in 2014, I think. So till today, it was 10 years ago. And I don't have problems with the risks, and I love the creativity about it. And I also open my business owner as business development, and I help many business owners to go to abroad, as well as I am specialized too much in the online business, because 7 years I discover something. I put together like this model which help a lot of people if you are thinking of switching a little bit from the job, not to the business owner, but something in between. So I started with this online business 7 years ago, and it was a good thing because I'm not responsible about the production. I'm not responsible about how to say the ingredients. I'm not responsible about anything. I'm just specialized in the online marketing and helping people to make money from a business model, which help people to actually in the future to finish with their job which they don't like. If you love your job, you keep it. But I know many people, and especially on LinkedIn, they are like jobless, opening for opportunities. But the issue is that they are not open to discuss any new opportunities, not around their specialization. And this is scare me a lot, actually, when I say to people, you need to be open-minded about other stuff happening around you, especially in the online field. So this is what I advise you. So these are the three kind of work opportunities. I hope I give you some positive and negative side of it, and I hope that I give you some ideas to think about it and think seriously about your life, about your time, where you want to spend. You have one time life. If you love your job or not, ask yourself this question, because can I be in this job like the next 10 years? I'm satisfied like this, and or not? Because some people don't tell themselves the truth. They said, yes, whatever, this is it. I don't have any other choice. But this is not the truth. And if you have any skills, start to think about your entrepreneurship journey. And if you want to open your business as well, this is what I want to tell you to tell today. If you are a person who are curious about what I'm doing nowadays, because I start also working with a great project in the online business for 2 months now. I was trying it on few people around me first month in March. In last month, which is April, I decided to cooperate with this company and bring opportunities in the online business with many people, not only in Czech Republic, but also in in Europe, in Canada and USA. So if you are curious about it, it's a very specific, very amazing, actually, I was like, first of all, I was like a little bit suspicious about this project, but after trying it and knowing that it's working, so I can explain to you how it will be working. I'm looking for people to work with who are open to start their entrepreneurship journey. You need to have a license, and I will explain you what to do. We need to do which is other a small talk with small call on Zoom call, professional Zoom call. I will not send you, please, any information on your email. I don't need any CV, because this kind of business related to online business and the specificity of this company, I need to know if it's for you or not. So we will have a chat. We will have a 15 minutes professional call with you. And I don't need your CV. I need you to be ambitious, to be open-minded, to tell me about your skills. I will ask you about what you love, and it needs a little bit of creativity, and how to say, to be open, because this is and if you love to be around people who are like-minded, like positive, because we are doing three things. Actually, we are helping people with their health, we are helping people with their money, with their finance, and to be a part of positive minded people of community, which we started in Czech Republic, and we have amazing event actually on Saturday. We have 300 people in Czech Republic, just started. And I think this opportunity will help a lot of people. So if you are curious, let me know. You can send me a message. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Facebook, on Messenger. And the best way is to text me on the business WhatsApp, because I'm there. Or yes, on LinkedIn also as well, on Facebook and YouTube sometimes, yes. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and wish you a nice week, and see you soon. Bye-bye.